Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the... You'd think after however many days of saying that, you'd get it right every time, wouldn't you? But sometimes I just stumble. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today, we are... To be fair, it's pretty quick. Today, we are ready to go to work. I'm 5 minutes early. I'm leaving at 5:30. I don't really need to leave at 5:30, but... I technically only have to leave at 22, but I'm ready early, so I may as well go early. It's the way I see it. Yeah, we're heading in. I've prepared my bag since I had to gut it to take it to London with me, and I've written my to-do list for the day. I've got a lot of writing to do for today. The way I do my to-do lists, essentially, I've told you this before, I know, is I write down everything I want to do, basically, and then I try and do as much of it as I humanly can during the day, and then if I can't do it, I move it over a couple of days, and then once I've started moving it over a couple of days, I start to see which ones are like a higher priority. So say if I put on something like watch the latest show, and that keeps moving down, that's a low priority. It can just shuffle from day to day to day. But if I get a free half hour, then bam. Otherwise though, it's not like I'm sitting like, oh, technically my to-do list says I don't have to do that today, so I can do it tomorrow, and that means I've got leeway for lazy days. It's quite a good idea, I think. I like it. So yeah, I've been filling my to-do list up, played a couple of games of Hearthstone, and we're about to head to work. Today, the blogging hints are back. It's obviously a 5-weekday thing. Wasn't over the weekend. And today's hint is write a blog about the most interesting person you've met. Which is like they're basically serving me a bowl to talk about London, aren't they? But I can't think of the most interesting person I've ever met. It's going to be something that I toy with throughout the day to try and figure out exactly who that person might be, because I haven't got a clue. Excluding the obvious, like Laura. But yeah, so that's the thing that I'm going to be thinking about today. It potentially might be the blog link to the description down below. It might not be. Because I'm going shopping tonight. I'm pretty busy tonight. It's got to be said. I'm going to go shopping. I want to write my videos so I can film them this weekend. I'm going heavily into the writing mode this week, and I can't really afford to waste every night with a blog. Monday night's a pretty difficult one to waste with a blog as well, unless I literally write it in an hour and upload it in an hour from 11. And I could use that time for 11 minutes. Otherwise though, work is going to be, I don't know what work's going to be like today. It's going to be, they planned without me on Friday. Well, I sat through the majority of planning on Thursday, and then they sized everything and committed to stuff on Friday. So we're going to be going in, we're going to be figuring out what we're going to be doing. I'm going to assume that I'm going to be working on deployments. Still, I hate deployments so much. I don't know what I'm doing with it, and I'm scared of it because I'm messing around with a box that isn't my own box. If I break my own computer, it don't matter. I can fix it. But I'm messing about with a box that other people are using and other people rely on. Beyond that though, everyone's back in. We've got Team Lewis are back on track because Lewis is back from his oldie, because he's been off for a week. He's also going in with his car, so I might even see him as I'm driving in. I doubt it, because I bet he's still in bed. Lewis isn't the kind of person who would wake up. The only reason he was waking up early when I was driving him was because otherwise he'd have to get the bus. So I don't expect him to be getting up early when he's driving himself. He'll be like, oh, leave now. I'll leave later, whatever. So we shall see. Otherwise, I was kind of annoyed that Chris Evans isn't back on BBC Radio 2 this morning. I thought he'd be back. He's back tomorrow, so I've got to tune up my radio again for that because I've detuned it in the hunt for something else. Is it when I went back to Nottingham I detuned it to something else? Probably. I think to whatever I got on the radio, I was just hunting, and I was like, oh, fuck it, we'll go listen to my CD. Yeah, so that's my morning. And that was yesterday. I've got photos to go through and edit as well. I'm a pretty busy bee. I wouldn't be surprised if that blog post gets demoted down the priority list today. Mainly, well, firstly because I'm not 100% sure who I could talk about, and secondly because I've got other things that need doing. So, that's that. Time to go to work. It's 5:30. Time to go to work. Let's go walk my car up for 5 minutes and then we'll roll out. Yeah, buddy. Cool. Have a nice relaxing drive in instead of... The problem with leaving at 22 is that you essentially have to rush in. I don't like rushing. I like having a nice casual drive. And I don't feel like I'm ruining my car going over bumps at 20 mile an hour. You can actually slow down. That's obviously why they... I figured it out. That's why they've put a 20 mile an hour speed limit, because then they don't have to do any pothole work. Because if you're going 20 mile an hour, you won't damage your car. Well, you will damage your car because the potholes are now too big, so they're going to have to drop it down to 10 mile an hour so no one notices the potholes. Anyway, ran over. Let's go. It took me 25 minutes to get in, so it's a good job I didn't leave at 22. Obviously, the past couple of weeks, it's been Easter holiday, isn't it? And actually, some of those roads that I'm like, God, all these are really quiet, are actually quite busy. So, and I'm back home. Today's been a fun day. The funsiest. We was working on deployments again, which is alright actually. The beginning was really good. I managed to run a load of automated scripts quite well. I've designed a couple of good scripts that can, well I say designed, manipulated a couple of scripts to do what we need them to do, and it's working, right? Except now that it's working, we're now testing, well essentially, I was told a while ago to install something on this server and create a user guide so that other people can create a script to do it from default, right? So that we don't have to do it for each environment. Fair enough. So I go in, install it, install this other thing that relies on it and all that kind of stuff, set it all up, create a user guide, send it over to the person who's making a script for it. I'm assuming the script person's made a script for it now. Anyway, so I install all of our stuff, the code that we're actually running, and it turns out that doesn't run on the thing that I installed because I didn't install 4.6.3. I installed 6.2.1 or something like that, the most recent version. Silly me. Silly me. I should have known. I should have known we were using 4.6.3 and we can't upgrade for some reason. So I've had a brilliant day, which means I'm going to have to recreate all of my user guides. Remove everything from all of the machines that have the old one on now, that have the new one on now, and removing it isn't a case of going to programs and going remove. It's a low-level shit that's a pig in the pig to remove, and if you don't remove it properly, you can't backdate it properly enough. God damn, it's a pain. So yeah, that was fun. And then I'm going through trying to install all this stuff, trying to install this decades old out of date thing, and I've got to install it right after trying to find, I could find source code on the internet. I can't find an installer for it, so I'm on the hunt for an installer. Does anyone in the office have one? No. Does try and figure out how to install it from source code? No, not gonna happen, / not very clever idea. So then I find out that what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to install it on my computer through Nougat, which is Nougat's like one of the only things that has it, apparently, this old version still, and I think it only has it because our servers have it. So I have to download it from Nougat, get through PowerShell and all that kind of stuff, get it installed, get it built, transfer the DLLs, use the DLLs to download the thing that I actually want, and then roll from there. Sounds simple enough, right? So I'm doing that, can't access it, can't do this, can't find it. Why? I don't know until 10 minutes towards the end when I'm told that, oh, Windows PowerShell is out of date by default. You have to download something called like Microsoft Management Services in order to get the latest version of... God, I hate fucking installing things. It's such a nightmare. Like, there's all this stuff, like, why am I supposed to just pull out my arse? Oh yeah, 4.6. Course. God damn it, that just really winds me up. I've done no development for like a week now. I'm just doing OPSI install things. And bugs me is, right, there's this person that knows how to install it all. The architect knows how to install it all. And everyone's like, oh, just go and ask Thingy. So, well, why isn't he doing it? Why am I spending a week on it? Just to be told it's wrong. Why didn't we just do it from the start? So I've had a great day. But I'm back now. I've got the oven on to cook myself chili con carne. Well, the oven's on to warm up my garlic bread. Well, cook my garlic bread, not warm. And then I'm going to go shopping. What a day. Right, we're about to go shopping. I'll take a spare battery with me just in case. Wrote my shopping list, had my dinner. I'm running a little bit late because last night, somehow, I managed to leave the door to my freezer open. This freezer here. And It's got quite a good safety mechanism when that happens. What it does is it encases the entire thing in ice. So I just had to defrost it. Obviously it's just like, it was, I wonder why it wasn't shutting up. It was like, as it's trying to keep itself cool. But then obviously when it's doing that, it's sucking in all of the like air from out here that's just instantly turning back into water, which turns into ice. So yeah, that was kind of annoying, but it wasn't as bad as the other one. It was just like a really thin, like, it looked like meth, like like clear meth, not the blue stuff. Right, have I got everything I need? It's 7:30. It does not look like 7:30 outside, does it? Or in this room. 7:30, I don't even have to have a light on. Bliss. Right, okay, phone, keys, camera in my hand. I was like, where's my camera? Wallet and just shopping. I'm blurry, aren't I? No, I'm not. Blimey. And shopping bags. Although, to be honest with you, I think I don't need much this week. Next week is going to be a relatively big shop because I need things like veg. I've got a batch cook again. I think I need chicken next week. I don't need chicken this week, unless I've got it on offer. But I don't need mince or anything like that, so it's just literally just chicken. It won't be too bad. It won't be too bad, lad. Right, cool. Let's go. Small shop, cheap as chips. Let's roll. Come on, because it's gonna be late by the time I get back. I take forever to do my shopping. I like it. It's a nice, it's relaxing. Let's go for a YOLO wander over to Asda, see what they've got going on in their lives. But yeah, I do like spending a good amount of time going shopping. It's like my one outing of the week. And while it's still bright outside and it's not freezing, like coat weather, like this is actually, I'm actually kind of cold like this, but I like it. I like it. Thought we'd head over here and have a look, have a bit of a butcher's around, see what they got going on, see if I need anything. Yeah, that's the Ministry of Defence, that is, right? What would happen if you just like, because there's no way into this. There's this bridge here, which goes to a secure car park, or there's that entrance over there, which is all secured off and all whatever. I wonder what would happen if, like, you just swum across. And if you get arrested. Legitimately, the only thing that, like, I don't need anything in this shop. I barely even need fruit and veg, which is normally the thing that I spend the most money on. But deals is the one thing I'm willing to go on. This guy just like waddles. He's got swag. Well, got myself some beans at £1.20. How many times do you get to see my thinking face? I just be like, £1.28, which is pretty good. 4 tins of beans, that's not bad at all. I think the lowest Sainsbury's ever goes is £1.50. I don't need them this week, but I will have them for that. Right, otherwise though, I went there to assess hot chocolate because I need to buy some more hot chocolate. But I'm willing to pay for some good hot chocolate. Because the Cadbury's one that I have, it's alright, but it's a bit like, it's a bit mediocre, you know what I mean? Like I have it and I'm like, oh yeah, I could just have a hot chocolate. And I start drinking it and then I'm like, look at these guys, look, we're doing a shop together. That's really cool, going shopping together. I like that, that's pretty cool, it's a good idea. But it's really hard to work in practice. Like, are you doing one big shop, or is everyone doing their own singular shops? Like, no one could shop with me. It'd be a nightmare. Like when Laura comes around, I'm like, I dart all over the place. I'm like, hold on, what about? And I know what I'm doing, you know. But yeah, and I like to take my time, and I always have a lot of time for the home aisles because I'm old. Oh, let's go down home aisle, see what mugs I've got. I was thinking as well, you know, next time I have a small shop ahead of me, I might just walk to the other one instead of coming to this one. And I know that I don't need anything that only this store does or anything like that, because then it forces you to do it like lightly, like do a small shop. And the weather's nice, relatively, assuming the weather's nice. I would have done that, I thought about it doing it today, but I've got to get things like fruit juice and stuff. It always kicks you in the teeth. It's like, yeah, it's a small shop, but I've got to get some heavy stuff like milk and fruit juice. Fruit juice is heavy. I think I'd have to plan for it in advance as well, because like obviously today I wasn't ready till 7:30, so then plus a half an hour walk, I wouldn't get there till 8, and then, you know what I mean. Whereas if I planned it in advance, I'd be like, right, I only need this, I can do that in a small shop. Cool, let's go. After swapping camera batteries on the fly smoothly and not swapping hands on the camera smoothly at all. My neck, man, I've hurt my neck. I've done some serious damage. to that side of my neck, my left side. That side. God, it really hurts when I like look. That's alright, it's looking that way. Or up and down. I'm going to have to sleep on it in a different way, I think. Maybe I slept on it funny. These Tesla charging things, aren't they cool? I am rather annoyed by the lack of oranges on display here. It's legitimately, like, do we get the big bag? It's legitimately as if this place has been nuked. I mean, the only thing they've got loads of is apples, and this is the odd occasion that I don't actually need apples. I ended up going with loose oranges and a cucumber. Look, I haven't had a cucumber in weeks. Stock levels of this store, man, they do struggle. Look at that. That would have come in handy a while ago. 2 for £4, cheaper across road. Well, I was doing quite well with my cheap shop. I think it was coming to about like £16. And then, really £16? Let me figure this out. Yeah, £16, and then I wandered onto the home aisle. And the reduced section of the home aisle. And I fucking did it. I did it, boys. I did it. It's about bloody time I impulse bought these mother truckers. But I bought my pans. I bought my bottomless stainless steel copper bottom pans. And I am freaking excited. I don't think any 20-year-old has ever been so excited about some pans. They've got a stainless steel interior, an aluminium core, and a copper base. For encapsulated copper base provides excellent heat distribution. Oh yeah. Reducing heat spots when cooking. Oh yeah, you better believe it. Balanced stainless steel handles are riveted to the pan for maximum durability. I'm friggin' excited, man. Please use oven gloves, as handle may become hot when cooking. Probably will. For optimal energy efficiency, always use the heat source that is suitable for the size of the pan, obviously. Burnt on food should be removed by soaking in warm soapy water. Recommend the use of silicone, nylon and wooden utensils to prevent damage to the non-stick coating. I think the only thing I've got that's metal is my spatula, which is going nowhere near these. Oh, yeah, the rest is wooden. That's good. And what else do you say? I'm friggin' excited. I've never been so excited. But that does mean that I've now got... those are the pans I've had before, and look how much battering they've had. They've had a hell of a lot of... These are only a step down. These are actually not that much more expensive. No, these are cheaper, just than these, but they're not much more cheaper. But I've had these for 3 years, and 3 years of students cooking in my pans has meant that like the outside has got these like thingies where the non-stick's staring away, and it's started to get hard to clean because it just sticks to it and stuff like that, and the edges have been ground down over time. Whereas with these bad boys, it does mean that I now have 6 pans. Which is an issue. Well, it's not an issue, but like, what do I do with my other 3 pans? I don't have space to look after them. Oh, I also got Dad one as well, by the way. So it was £98 actually. I may not be a chef, but that is one hell of a perfectly balanced handle, it has to be said. They did not lie. Oh, look at that. Look how it makes my cooker look even older, doesn't it? And it doesn't stop there, because look at that lid. Look at that lid. Oh my god. That's perfection right there. That is bloody perfection. That is human engineering at its best. Bloody hell. Oh my grief. Oh god, I can barely contain myself. Oh, got one more to open. The big one. It's the bad boy himself. Oh, these are just pansies. These are just these are the iPhone 6s of the iPhone 6 world. For now, we're breaking in to the 6 Plus. What are you chatting? Look at that beast. It's so perfectly balanced as well. It genuinely is. It does not feel any heavier than that one. And that is witchcraft. Because of the bigger handle, look. It's so... Oh, look at that. If you were to carry it there, yep, pretty. No, it's not actually. I've got my maths wrong. Bloody hell. I've made it in life, boys. I think they're possibly the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. That's a saucepan. Luckily as well, it came... I had, if you spend over £40, 5 times nectar points. So I had 5 times nectar points on these bad boys as well. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty. So I'd like, well, £5 worth of nectar points from it, I think. Probably not even that, but it's not the point. Look, oh God. Look at them. I almost don't want to cook in them. Right, legitimately, I'm going to have to reevaluate the way in which my kitchen's laid out now, because I can't put those inside each other, because I've got to look after them. So all of a sudden my entire kitchen's laid out wrong. So, right, I'm going to make my sandwiches and stuff. I'm going to end my video, ladies and gentlemen, because it's nearly 10 o'clock. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with them. It's incredible. Right, well, I am going to end the video. I'm going to make my sandwiches, I've got to render the video out. I've got a huge to-do list of things that I haven't done. So it looks like we're going to be doing them tomorrow, doesn't it? What's for dinner tomorrow? That's on everyone's question right now. We have sausage bean thing. So we're going to be doing some veg in my new pans. Oh, unfortunately the rest of it's microwave, but I get to try out 2 of them. Woohoo! Right, anyway, yeah, I'm going to get going. Got to clear up this crap, figure out how to rearrange my kitchen. Thanks for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow we're hopefully going to be on the top of the development stuff. Hopefully, and maybe onto some writing development scripts as opposed to installing things, because that's what I prefer, although I think I've got to finish off my user guide and update people on what's changed and all that crap. Otherwise, coming home, using my new pans, and then I'm burning down my huge to-do list of things that I need to get done, because it is pretty big, and I haven't done any of them today. So, not good, but what is good? Saucepans. I'll catch you later. Sorry, briefly, before I go, that was the hot chocolate I decided on. Andrew tweeted at me. Yeah, Andrew. So it better be good.